Hi, welcome back to the channel. We're doing a full glam look today. Hi! So for full glam, obviously I got my hair tied back. I did do some skincare today, but because it's been a minute, we're going to quickly wipe off the day, moisturize, and prime. So for wiping off the day, all I am using is the Noxzema Anti-Blemish pads in the Ultimate Clear with eucalyptus extract in it. I really like this for my skin. Might be interesting. Let's try this. No. Sorry, I'm sure you're an awesome person, but I don't know you quite yet. So, I don't choose to go live with people on any platforms if I do not know them. So, sorry about that. Thanks for the offer. Maybe in the future. Okay, now we're looking thoroughly red around the face because of this, but look what we wiped off. And that is just from, like I said, the day. Being out and about, you know, air pollution, anything like that. It's just from being out and about in the day. Okay. So next up, what we're going to do, like I said, we need to re-moisturize and prime. Because this does dehydrate the skin a little bit because it is a more of an exfoliate. But to me, it dries out my skin a little bit. So, like I said, we are going to just moisturize and prime again. So, one of the quickest ways that I can think to do that is to use my Believe Beauty Vitamin C Brightening Serum. I don't know if you guys can see it because the light might be too bright. I'm sorry. There we go. This you can find at the Dollar General. Here, I'll show you guys too. But you can find it at Dollar General. I believe it is their actual line through Dollar General. But don't quote me up on that because I am not 100% sure, but I really haven't ever seen Believe Beauty at a different store besides Dollar General. So I'm just pressing that into the skin. It's going to help it calm down. And then I'm going in with the Clinical Spa Scription firming and anti-aging serum. And just like the other, I am pressing that into the skin. Okay. So we are pretty much re-moisturized, but I'm going to put one more thing on. I've been going through and doing a audit of my products so that I can get them priced for you and tell you where I got them from. Because right now I don't remember any of the prices for any of my products that I got. So I want to go through and price them out. But one of the gems that I found is this ginseng from Origins, the energizing gel cream with caffeine and niacinamide in it. So I'm going to use that as what I like to call my lock-in moisturizer. Oh, and I absolutely love the smell of this. Like, the ginseng is just... And there we go. So we are moisturized back up and everything like that. So now we need to go in and prime the face. So for today, what we're going to do is, we're going to use the Poreless Putty Primer by e.l.f. Mainly because this isn't a get ready with me, it is just a tutorial. So I am using this product because I do plan on taking this off pretty quickly after I'm done. And this holds great for camera and also holds great for winter because it's kind of moisturizing to me. But I didn't want to use my Power Grip because it is a little bit more for the Power Grip from e.l.f. than it is for the Putty Primer, I do believe. Like I said, I don't have any of my prices yet, so don't quote me on it. I will be researching that during the week, so further videos, you should have the prices. Just in case any of the products you want to use and you find affordable for your budget. Like I said, I am a very budget-friendly makeup tutorial person because I myself cannot afford the big expensive name brands or anything like that unless it is gifted to me or I physically shell the money out to pay for it. So this is what we got. So I recently cleaned all of my brushes, and I mean all of my brushes, including my beauty blenders too. So this should be fun. We're gonna use this guy and this guy. This was actually really easy to clean. I was kind of surprised, but it was awesome. It cleaned pretty quickly and pretty easily, so I was awesome with that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and do some color correcting because obviously you can tell I got some blemishes today that are just having a riot. So I'm just going to apply some of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer to the spots that I want some extra help covering. Okay, some extra help covering. Done. But also, because we are doing a more full glam look, like going all out, I'm also going to dip into my Pixie. Hi, Natty! My cousin just joined. I'm also going to go in with my Pixie by Petra brightening corrector too, because it is such a great product because it's a little bit thicker of a product, so it covers really nicely and doesn't budge very much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a dense blending brush. Love you too. Dense blending brush, and I'm going to blend out where we put the color corrector from e.l.f. while also using the Pixie by Petra and just giving that a nice blend. This is one going to even out the corrector from e.l.f. because it is just a tad bit too dark for my skin tone. When you blend it out, it looks great on camera, but unfortunately, like in person, it comes off a little too dark. So this is going to help even that out and give us that extra bit of coverage, and I'm applying it with the brush and then blending it out with my finger. I find that works the best for this product, and mainly because it warms it up, so it helps it sink into the skin. Oh, I forgot about that one. I have this blister, this blood blister that like comes back out of freaking nowhere. But look how that Pixie by Petra just made that like disappear. That's one of the main things I love about this product, is it can just make things just poof, disappear, which is the best. So just doing that. I'm going to blend with this finger because when I cross my body I feel so scrunched that it kind of hurts. So and by all means we might not have the most full coverage, but remember we are oh sorry, I didn't mean to flip you guys off. We are still going to be applying quite a few more products. And I'm sorry about the flare that you guys are getting off my lights and everything. I'm not filming on a vlog camera. I'm filming on a tablet camera. And obviously for my live, I'm filming off my phone. So if you get a flare of light going, it's because of that. I don't have the greatest light source, and I also don't have my Ring camera up here yet. So that's why for that. Okay, so Pixie Petra, lifesaver, always is. Got our blemishes covered up pretty well. So we're gonna put her away, and then we're gonna grab the e.l.f. Brightening Eye Putty Color Corrector. We're going to grab our nice, awesome slanted concealer brush, and we are going to apply this under the eye before we get started with any foundation or anything. And we're just going corner of the eye and then blending that out as much as possible. Just like that. Now this is a technique that I'm trying. I have not done this quite yet before, unless I was doing kind of like my no makeup looks. And so for full glam, this is a new one for me. So we're trying this out to see how I like it. Okay. Put that away. Okay, so next up is going to be foundation, and we are using our Il Makiage foundation. The shit was expensive. I'm going to use it up. Probably won't buy it again, even though it is like the perfect match for me. I don't like the price point of it, so probably won't buy it again. But just going in with the Beauty Blender and stamping her on the face. And like I said, it's almost like the perfect shade for my skin tone and everything like that, which it's supposed to be because that's what they market for. I don't like the price point for it, and I don't wear enough foundation for that price point. Like, to me, it's a high-end product when I can just use a Maybelline Fit Me and not get quite the same results, but get pretty close results. So, but I just used 2 pumps and then spread it all over the face. I got it in the light to medium coverage, just because I like a lighter coverage nowadays. I'm not such a full coverage girly because of like we did before. We just covered with some concealer and such. So I'm just going over the spots where I wanted a little extra help with the foundation. A little bit on the eyes, down the nose. Okay. That's it. We're done with that. Although, one sec. I have a little bit left on the lid. We're going to go over here a little bit and do a little touch up. Okay. So, that's the foundation. Like I said, it does look... That's what happens when you have bangs and you try to push your ponytail up. It makes you go all freaking Lord Farquaad or something. Let me just redo this real quick here. Okay. Boom. Okay. So there's foundation. Skin is looking pretty nice, pretty even. That's pretty much what we can hope for. So next up, what we're going to do is blush, contour, highlight, cream products. So for blush, we're actually going to go a little weird because we're going to go in with a NYX Butter lipstick. But I honestly really love this shade for a blush. It makes for like the perfect berry blush ever. For highlight, we're going to go in with our Ulta Beauty stick highlight. And for contour, we're going to go in with the Trestique bronzing stick. I do more of a bronze tour than a contour anyways. And then to top it all off, we are going in with the El Maquillage concealer. Okay, so we are going to do this guy first. So we are going to use, let's use this guy. This is a Believe Beauty brush. I forget what kind it is or what the number or whatever it is. And we're just going to pick that up on the brush and then stipple to the face. I really like this technique. Sometimes if I really need to, I will use the back of my hand to really warm up the product, but I'm kind of wanting more of like a glow than an actual like contour. So that's why we're just going to stipple it in using the brush, picking it up right off of the stick. Because I feel like this is going to give us a much more glowy airbrushed kind of look than a like I'm contouring my face to look like something else type of look. So that's what we're going for. You see the difference? I see the difference. I don't know if you see the difference, but I see the difference. Okay. You know, sometimes I feel weird just talking to myself, and I wish I had somebody here to talk to. Maybe like I should get in touch with one of my sisters and have them like come on and talk with me, because man, doing this with no one to talk to or no one commenting on the live is a really weird feeling, to be completely honest. I feel like I'm going crazy just talking to myself, but I know I'm not, because I'm going to post this, and then if it's like dead silent and there's not anything to be talked about, then no one will watch it because it won't be interesting to watch. Using very light circular and brushing motions to kind of just give me some oomph under the chin. I used to have a really nice jawline. Pizza made it go away. Pizza and working at a gas station. I kind of wish that I never worked at a gas station, but then again, at the same time, you're just like, you wouldn't be where you are without where you were, and part of me was working at a gas station for a while, so. Okay, nose is bronzed. We're going to make sure that this is all the way down so that it doesn't break or anything inside or in storage. One of the things I love about the Trestique though is that they are a magnetized brand, so most of their stuff has magnets on it or has a little ring that clicks into it. Okay, next up we're going to do blush. Ooh, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try something just because I freaking want to. So, there's been this new thing going around for blush where you put your concealer, a light blush, and then a darker blush. So, we're gonna do that to see what it looks like, because why not? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give a nice mixy to our concealer. We're gonna add it to the inner corner of our eye. We're going to go in with the e.l.f. Putty Blush, just because it is like the closest thing do I have to the next color. And I need a flat brush. Here we go. We're going to go in with, I do believe this is another Believe Beauty brush. We're going to go in with the e.l.f. Putty Blush on a brush. I don't usually put it on with a brush, but we're going to try it. So I'm just putting that on, and then we're going to take our NYX stick and do one more little dot right there, and then we're going to blend it out. So let's blend it out. I like to blend out with a sponge for my concealer, but I guess today we will use, yeah, honestly, I don't like blending my concealer out with anything else, so we're going to use a sponge and hope that it blends everything else out. So we're just blending from corner to outer portion of the face. Okay, I can see how that would make you look super natural. I don't particularly care for it. So we'll probably blush up a bit more, but we'll do the same trick on this side to match. But probably not a technique for me, to be completely honest. I kind of like the way that I usually do. Sorry, so sorry, dry patch. This is why you keep water close by. Okay, so same thing we did over there to over here. Plus, this is like honestly so many more steps. And blending out the eye. It's almost like if I look that way, it just completely fucks the camera up. Yeah, I think I'm good without that technique. It's not as blushy as I would want it to be. I get that if you want to be more of like a natural looking girly, that would be perfect for you. But I'm going all out for a reason. I'm going full glam for a reason. So while it's a cute trick, not for me. So we're going to actually go in with a little bit more of our lipstick, blush, whatever we're using it for today. And then for that, with that same brush that we used to blend out our bronzer, we're going to use to blend out this. And like always when I'm doing blush, I'm keeping it top of the cheek all the way up into the temple, and then just really making sure it looks nice and seamless. Look at that. Yes, ma'am. And onto the side. Another thing that I like about the maquillage is that even layering these products, it does not lift the foundation, which is great because sometimes blending all these cream products and everything like that can cause it to lift, which is really unfortunate because, I mean, you don't want it to lift. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Turks and Caicos on the brush and just do center face and then blend it into the berry just to give myself a little bit more of a sun-kissed look. Just like that. And I almost forgot. I need to go in with my Burt's Bees lip treatment. It's an overnight lip treatment, but I like putting on at the beginning of a makeup look because by the end, our lips are all nice and ready for us to put lip product on. Okay, so continuing on, we do still need to highlight the rest of the face. So we are going in with a boop boop. And I do want to do my little thing out there like I usually do with my concealer and blend her up. And I mean, another thing, I get that using the El Maquillage is like the easiest way to get the best shade for your skin, but ouch. I mean, honestly, what you could do is just take your time looking for the right foundation and stick with it. I mean, yes, trying out new foundations and stuff like that is great. It's awesome. It's super fun, but sometimes that can be bank breaking. If you don't like it, then you don't want to use it. And if it turns yellow on your skin, you just don't want to use it. And it's hard to fix. And I get that. I totally do. But I also don't want to break the bank for anyone. Okay, so that's done. We're going to add some more glow. Not like we're not glowy enough, but sometimes we can't not be too glowy. And that's just how that happens. So we're just gonna blend that out really quick with a beauty blender. Just to make sure it's nice and even. And now we are looking pretty cute, pretty flawless, if I say so myself. And we need to set the face. Before we move on, we gotta set the face. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with our Essence Skin Perfector because it's one of my holy grails. I start out with a glowy base, I put a little bit of Essence Skin Perfector over top of it, and it's like magic. So we all know we gotta blend out the crease. And then apply. Because if you don't blend out your creases, you're just going to set a crease. And no one wants to set a crease. And do we see the difference? This Essence My Skin Perfector, none. We still got that underglow going on, but it satined the skin. And that's what we're looking for. We want a nice satin finish that's going to last us all night. Now, do I get oily throughout the night, throughout the day? Of course, I'm not perfect. Although sometimes I wish I was, but I'm not. So sometimes I do indeed get oily throughout the day. That happens to everybody. A good way to combat that is to make sure that you set your makeup. Use a setting spray to help everything melt into the skin. I personally don't care for setting sprays because I don't think they really do anything for me. So that, and then you just make sure that you can have some blotting stuff with you too. And that helps a lot. Now we're going to go in with the Rimmel London Stay Matte face powder, and we're just going to go in with a nice fluffy brush and set the rest of the face. The reason I love using a face powder foundation to set the rest of my face is, one, it adds just a little bit of extra coverage. Two, it doesn't take away or change the color of your base. Three, it kind of veils the cream products, but doesn't make them disappear. And I know for a fact it's not going to give me flashback. I feel like I have something on my lip, but I don't. Nowadays, the products are really, really good about giving you something that's not going to give you flashback. And then we're just feeling the face to make sure that we did indeed get all the spots. Now we could indeed stop right there for the base. Move on to the eyes, the brows, everything like that. We could indeed do that. But we're not. Duh. You really thought I was gonna stop there? We all know that I am a blush whore. I've covered up my blush a little bit, setting my face. Now, does this look cute? Does this look like I could walk out the door and slam? Yes. But do I want to? No. That'd be a boring makeup video for you guys. We're gonna keep going. So we're done with our cream products, but we do need to zhuzh the face back up a little bit. So going with LA Colors in the shade Beachy, we're going to add just a bit more bronze. You know, you can't ever go wrong with a bit more bronze. Now you could go full Snooki JWoww 2000s with it, but we are just going enough to help set that cream product and also give ourselves a little bit more je ne sais quoi. Okay, so we're done with cream products, and I also keep my one bronzer in there because it is massive, so we don't keep it with everything else. Okay, now to blush it up, we are going to go in with Tried and True Lovecraft Beauty, my lovely, beautiful pink shade, and we're just going to pick it up with that same brush that we just used. That's another thing you will notice about my videos, is I might have a bunch of brushes. I might. But I pretty much only use a bunch of different brushes when I'm doing multiple, like, bright colors or something like that. Or the brush I would usually use is dirty. And I haven't washed it yet. I did just brand newly clean all of my brushes, so they're nice and clean. And I think we're going to keep this Farrah shadow out because it has two purples and this beautiful shimmer that's in there. I think that's the kind of vibe we're going to go for. We're going to go for a more lavender eye. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use our Catherine Natural Cosmetics in the shade Sienna Heights for a highlighter right now because this is absolutely beautiful and I haven't used it as a highlighter in a minute. So that's what we're going to do. Like, oh, look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and like just the definition of glam right there. Wow, yes. Take some of the excess and oh my gosh. Sorry guys, my nose itches. Okay. We are done with highlight, bronzer, blush. Time to move on to the eyes. So biggest thing for me is going to be my brows. We're going to do brows first and then continue on from there. Oh my gosh, my nose itches something fierce. And then it was a little runny, so just off camera there for a second. Okay, so the products that we're going to be using for the brow are e.l.f. Precise Brow Pencil, Milani Weekend Brow, and we're going glam, so we're going to use some Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I don't know how much this cost. It is a travel size. Obviously, I got it through Ipsy. Like I said, the prices will be coming to you guys. This is probably something that's a little outside of most people's price range. Honestly, you don't ever have to get the full-size one unless this is the full-size one, because most brow gels aren't any bigger than this anyways, so this might be a full-size. I like it, but I don't like it. If it had a different applicator, I probably would bite the bullet and spend the money on it, but the applicator to me is too big for its britches and just kind of makes it hard to precisely put where you want your brows. So I'm going to comb through the product, and before it dries, I'm going to go in with my little spoolie here and really brush through and get those to set where I want them to, while also simultaneously doing a little outlining. The reason I start with brows, so it's kind of weird. I start with brows but also finish with brows. So I'll explain that in just a second. We're going to get this placed where we want it. So we got the outline for that side. And we're going to do the same for this side. Sorry if I'm quiet, I just really concentrate on my eyebrows. Mostly because I have this awful habit of over plucking them, and then I have to draw them on more precisely than I would if I didn't over pluck them like a crazy person. Okay, there's the outline. Now we're gonna leave it, let the brow gel dry down, and then go in with our Milani Weekend Brow Pen. But while we're waiting for that, we will do the eyes. So, as you can tell, I did not put anything on the eyes except for a little bit of leftover foundation, and that is because we're going to go in with the V Cosmetics in the shade Rose. I kind of like it as a nice eyeshadow base because it's nice, it's bright, but it also a little goes a long way, but it has a good coverage to it, and it's still lightweight. Like, I would use my Pixie by Petra for this step, but it's a little heavy for this. So using this V Cosmetics in the shade Rose, which I got from Ipsy, gives me nice coverage, but it's also lightweight. So I don't have to put a lot on, and I don't have to blend out for a super long time either. Oh my god, will you just focus? Sorry guys, but my camera is like having an aneurysm. Okay, we're blended out, looking cute. Not really, but continuing to get to looking cute. And then we are going to go in with a base color, and we're going to get our KAB Cosmetics, or CAB, or however you say it, and we're going to go in with the shade Naked. Because why not? Using a nice flat, fluffy brush. This is an eyeshadow brush from Studio M Pro. And I do have a mirror in this eyeshadow palette, so we're going to use that to just apply Naked all over the lid and anywhere that we put the V Cosmetics to set. See how that just evened out so well? Like, I absolutely love this palette so much because it's so versatile. You can do oops, I dipped in the wrong color. Just gonna do that on a piece of paper towel right there, and then do it again. Oh my gosh, this My camera is wigging out every time I turn my head to the side. Like, what is that? It's like a freaking filter. It's gonna do that the whole entire time we're doing eyeshadow. I know it. Okay, we're all set. We're set away. We're looking good. The skin is still skinning nicely. We're moving on. Okay. For this look, we do have a very nice lavender shade in this palette. And we also have a very nice 2 lavender type shades in this palette. Mauve-y lavender, I would say. We also have a shade that I haven't used in a minute, which is that nice lavender one over here. And yes, it is in an old setting powder thing because they do not have homes and they stay pretty freaking well in here and they don't shatter and get all over my stuff. So they're staying in there. Didn't end up using that. We're going to put that away. We're going to put that away because we're putting things away as we use them and as we are done with them. Yes, that is how that works. Put away that. Put away that. That, and that, and that. We're going to grab out a fluffy brush and another fluffy brush, and I need one more fluffy brush, but it's not up there because it's down here. Tis will work, fluffy brush, but it also has a nice flat brush on the other side. This came in a palette, an eyeshadow palette, a cheap one that I don't have anymore. Okay, anyways, moving on and moving forward. We're going to start out with our biggest fluffy brush that we have. This is, I do believe, from the Betty Boop series through Ipsy, and we're going to dip into that nice mauve shade that I showed you in the old setting powder container because it's a super pretty color and it makes for a super great transition. So that's what we're going to do. Because we are going a more lavendery type of eye look. I don't know why, but I'm feeling purple. And without going all the way dark purple, this is like the best one that I could think of to do. So we're going to get that nice mauve shade all up in the business and get her nice blended out. And we're going to do what one eye does to the other. I'm going to try to make this video go by a little bit faster now that we're done with the base and everything like that. We're already getting into the 50-minute range, so I don't want it to be too horribly long for you guys, especially because I jabber on, and who really wants to listen to me jabber on? I have no idea. Okay. Beautiful base going. We're going to go in with this halo shade in this palette with the same brush because it's a little bit deeper of a purple, a little bit more vibrant of a purple, and we're going to go in right on top of that shade that we just put on and get them nice and blended together. Now this is coming together quite nicely. Also, there's just something about using a brand newly washed brush that is just so satisfying to me. And I'm having that feeling right now because it is so entirely satisfying to use a brush that is nice, freshly cleaned. Okay, now we're going to go into the Farrah palette. These eyeshadows do not have names. It is just called the Sugar Plum, which is fitting because we're getting into Thanksgiving and Christmas and sugar plums. We're going to go in with that top purple shade there. It's a little bit deeper of that same mauve shade that we used. This does not have a mirror on it, so we're just going to use a monitor just to nice and deepen up that outer corner here and blend it onto the lid a little bit. Keeping it nice and concentric circles, we're just going to keep deepening the outer corner and then blending it inward. Just like that. I wonder if I can... I can zoom you guys in after I start the video. That's so freaking cool. I didn't know I could do that. Okay. Nice and blended out. Now we're going to take the dark lavender shade that's in here, but we're switching it up. We're going more coned, fluffy brush. Dipping into that shade, knocking off the excess, and keeping it very outer corner-esque. I don't know what it is about me. I don't care for doing halo looks, so I like to keep the darker colors on the outer part of the eye, and then the lighter colors on the inner part of the eye. Because, you know, oh my god, stop wigging out. It's like it's picking up my pale ass hand and then changing the lighting. It needs to stop. Okay, a little bit more. And you're wondering, you grabbed 3 fluffy brushes. Why haven't you used the last one yet? You grabbed 3. Why haven't you used the last one yet? You've used pretty much 2 brushes, and that is it. Here's why. Nice clean fluffy brush. Get all of that edge and everything nice and blended out. That is why I have a separate clean fluffy brush. If I was just doing an everyday look, I wouldn't care, and I would just blend out with whatever brush I was using, but 'tis not it. Also, because I can, there's an even darker purple in here. We're going to take the flat side of the brush, dip into that darker purple, knock it off a little bit, and we are going to really focus on just the outer corner of the eye. This is an older palette, so I don't know if it's going to be patchy or anything like that. And then we're going to take our fluffy side and floof it out. Yes, that is a phrase that I'm using. I did say, and floof it out. Same to this side. Don't mind my pupper in the background. She's just moving around on the bed. She likes being in the room with Mama when she's doing her makeup videos. I don't know why, she just does. She lays on the bed and is cute as can be. Okay, so that is the top of the eye. We're looking nice and purple, nice and cute. Love it. Next up, there's this beautiful, and I mean beautiful, shimmer shade in this palette. It is super buttery, super pretty, and we're just going to apply that right to the lid. All over. It gives off an almost purple green shift to it, which is just like probably my favorite thing ever, to be completely honest. I love shimmer shadows that shift. Oh my god, stop. Especially shimmer shadows that shift according to what's underneath it. But look at that. I'm going to show you guys too. I can do it at the same time. One eye for one side, one eye for the other. Stop. Look at that. Stop. It keeps freaking wanting to focus in and brighten my face. Okay. Oh, and then we're just going to take that champagne-y color that's on top of that, and we're going to pop that in the inner corner. And then we're going to take this side of the brush. It does have some product left on it. And we are going to just dip in. Oh no, it's cracking. It's like every time I shut this, it cracks. Oh, that sucks. Good shadow, bad packaging. You can always tell. And yes, we are just doing the outer third. because I don't really care for dragging dark shadows into my inner third corner. Plus, why not do this? There's this beautiful, there's either this shade or this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one because it's like, once again, another one of my faves. It comes off with a purple hue to it, and we're gonna put that lower lash line right up next to the eye. Just like that. Because, you know, why the fuck not? Okay, so we're going to flop back to the eyebrows real quick. Give them a nice fill in with our Milani brow pencil because the brow gel is all dry. And I'm just going in between the hairs. I'm not really moving them. I'm not changing the shape. I'm going in between the hairs, creating more false hairs where it's needed and less where it's less needed. Like that. You see how quick that was? Yes, you have to wait for dry time, but it's pretty quick after you get that part done. This side's a little bit more intense because I have more to fill in. So let me just get that done over with and we can move on. And I'm just honestly using the tiniest flicking motions that I possibly can. With like zero pressure too, by the way. I'm trying to keep as much pressure off the brush as possible. And I'm also just following the direction that my hair goes. Okay, there we go. Shada bing, shada boom. Brows are done. Now my eyes are a little bit watery. And real quick, because I have it, just because I have it, I have this purple gel liner. We're gonna put that on the waterline. Forget if it wants to freaking produce any color. Okay, that's about as good as we're gonna get with that. I'm gonna zoom you guys back in, even if you can only see one eye. Okay. It didn't give off very much pigment. I'm kind of sad about that. Didn't give off very much pigment, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that I have a pencil sharpener, sharpen it and see if that makes it better. Sometimes that works. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I just have the burps and the hiccups right now. Okay, continuing forward. Putting that away. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the cool thing that I wanted to do before we finish out. Okay, so I have this lavender liquid lip. You're going to use this paintbrush repurposed for makeup. Actually, that's not the one I wanted. There it is. here we go. This is what I wanted. It's a little bit nicer. It's just a Royal One paintbrush. I repurposed it for, I didn't like it for painting, so I repurposed it for makeup. And you'll see why. So we're gonna grab the product, and we are going to set that down. I'm gonna get myself an actual mirror, and we're going to wing it out. Just adding ourselves in a nice, beautiful light purple wing. It's going to kind of separate out the dark purple on the eye a little bit. But also add to the look and not take away. Sometimes adding a brown liner or a black liner can just really take away from a look, to where this, and I have put this lipstick next to my eyes before, it does not make my eyes burn or sting or anything like that, so I know it's not going to do it. Always test first. If you have a reaction on your actual skin, if you put it on your face, don't put it next to your eye. Ever. Me, I'm not sensitive to too much, so sometimes putting things next to my eye doesn't bother me because I'm not sensitive to a lot of things. But that's me. If you are more of a sensitive person to certain things, test before you do. It could really help. It can really save you too some pain. But honestly, I wish more liners were like this, where they came almost like a lipstick or a concealer, and then you just take a brush, whatever brush you want to use, and draw on the liner, because I swear I have never had as good as liner as when I use a paintbrush or whatever makeup brush I have that works well. My angled brushes work well, this paintbrush works well. If you have even smaller paintbrushes that are more fine, those would work well too. I also have a bright red liner that does this well, so probably more around Christmas time I'll do it with that. But this is a close-up, and it just adds something that's a little bit special to the look. It just gives that little chef's kiss. Oh my gosh, my nose! Every time I do my makeup, my nose runs. And I think that's almost for like literally everybody. And because we added it to the eye, we're going to do the lips in it too. Why not? Just a little bit more of a powdery. It is a matte lipstick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it on the lips. And then I'm going to spread it with my fingers, and then we are going to add a nice shimmery gloss. Just like that. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. And then we got to, obviously, mascara, which I think, honestly, I am almost out of. Like, I think that is one thing that I do actually need to get is a mascara. But I'm broke right now, so we gonna wait. And just use what we got. So really coating our lashes. I don't like falsies, so you'll probably never really see me put those on. I've tried them a couple times. I really just don't like them. Okay. There we go. My hair's kind of cringe right now, so we're not going to put it down. But this is the final look. We're going to show over here to our Instagram. I love a purple eye sometimes. It just really makes the green in my eyes pop. But this is a super cute, and it's actually a pretty simple glam look. But yeah, there we have it. It's so cute. I almost don't want to take it off. So this is the final look. This is the finalness. You can recreate this look however you want. Whatever color you want to recreate it with. I chose purple today. That's how it went. It's more of a calmed down, muted type of purple with a little pop of that lavender lipstick in there. But it's cute. It's wearable. It's doable. I'm so happy. I just keep looking at myself. I'm so happy with it right now. Okay, I gotta go. Bye-bye.